You know that name that pops up out of nowhere and suddenly flips the whole offseason upside down. Yeah, we might be looking at one of those game changers right now. Word is, the Oilers have a target in mind who could be the spark we've been missing. Management's moving pieces around. But here's the real question. Does this guy actually fit what we need? If you bleed blue and orange, hit that subscribe button and help us hit 1,000 strong. Let's show the league that Edmonton fan base isn't just loud, it's united. Pull up a chair, because today's talk is straight up. No sugar. If you thought this postseason was going to be smooth sailing, better think again. Things are heating up fast in oil country, and what happens over the next few days could totally shift the direction of the franchise. Take a deep breath. There's a storm of moves brewing. If you've been glued to every trade rumor, roster update, and insider scoop, then you know this off-season window is no joke. After back-to-back heartbreaks and falling short in the Cup final again, that sting hasn't gone away. But what's coming next? It could hurt even more. Finally flip the script. It's do-or-die time. It all kicked off with a move that caught a lot of folks off guard. Evander Kane, a veteran with miles on him, but clearly not the same force, got shipped off to Vancouver. That deal freed up over $5 million in cap space, and that's a big deal with what's coming next. And next up, Victor Arvidsson could be packing his bags any minute now. But hang tight, we haven't even hit the boiling point yet. Between all the shakeups and whispers of reinforcements, there's one situation that's got fans holding their breath and management walking on eggshells. Take another deep breath, Oilers Nation, because it's time to face the reality. Connor McDavid isn't signing a new deal until he sees a legit, no BS plan to win. That's right. The best player in hockey today wants results, not promises. And if he doesn't see that soon, we could be staring down the scariest scenario since Gretzky packed his bags. Can you even imagine the Oilers without McDavid? So let's hear it. Oilers fans, do you believe management can pull this off and convince McDavid to stay? Are these moves enough to build a cup-caliber team? Or are we on the verge of a painful reset? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from every corner of oil country. And we're not done yet. There's also the Bouchard situation, which could get spicy. Looks like he's sticking around. But word is, it's gonna be a shorter deal with a hefty pay bump. Should we be locking him down long-term right now? Maybe. But with the cap as tight as it is, Bowman's playing the long game. His priority, keep the core intact, even if that means making some tough calls elsewhere. Between the pipes, things aren't looking too hot either. The free agent goalie market's loaded with backups and not much else. John Gibson's name is being tossed around as a trade option, but there are injury concerns. The idea is to split the load with Skinner, who earned some serious respect after those playoff runs. What matters most now is clear-headed strategy. No more reckless gambles, no more misfires. Bowman's got a shot to clean up some of the mess left behind last year, like the stuff that went sideways with Jeff Jackson. Now's the time to inject youth with speed, not just kids, but legit 25 to 28-year-olds who can bring consistency and identity. The blueprint's obvious. Edmonton doesn't need to dominate the regular season. They need to be surgical. Like Florida, fix the crease, bolster the wings, get Bouchard signed. And if this front office proves they've got a real plan, you can bet McDavid will buy in. And if that happens, grab your popcorn, because Lord Stanley just might come home. Think the Kane trade was the last big domino? Not even close. There's a major move taking shape behind the scenes, and what comes next might split the fan base right down the middle. Some will love it, others not so much. But nobody's walking away indifferent. So stick around, because what's coming next is can't miss stuff. This is where things get real. With the off-season blazing, the behind-the-scenes chess match in Edmonton is picking up steam. And now there's a fresh name making waves as a potential pickup for the playoff push next year. With Kane gone and Arvidsson possibly on his way out, the top six is shifting fast. Management knows they need more speed and firepower, and combos not easy to come by. Last season, as skilled as the top six was, they lacked wheels. The message is loud and clear: inject speed, explosiveness, and enough skill to keep up with McDavid and Draisaitl on those lightning-quick rushes. One name gaining traction: a winger with wheels, finishing touch, and the ability to make plays at top speed. Yup, we're talking about a potential secret weapon for the second line. You've probably heard of Nikolai Ehlers, right? The Dane from the Jets might hit the market July 1st, and guess what? Edmonton's interested. A 60-point guy, lightning fast, high hockey IQ, and still young enough to level up. Ehlers has never gotten a ton of spotlight, but the production's always been steady. Even without top-line minutes in Winnipeg, he's quietly been among their top scorers. Imagine what he could do here with a bigger role. Now, sure, there's the injury angle. He usually misses around 14 games a season, but if Edmonton clears some space, like moving Arvidsson or Henrique, the cap could work, and that kind of value could be worth the gamble. So the big question is, does he fit? Could Ehlers be the missing piece that turns the second line into a nightmare for opposing decors? His price tag could hit $8 million, but something in the $7 million range might get it done. Your turn now. Oilers fans think Ehlers would be a perfect fit next to Drop a comment and let us know if Edmonton should go all-in on him this summer. There's more coming, and it's going to make fans sit up and take notice. A bold move with big money and major roster implications. It's high-risk kind of thing Oilers fans live for. So buckle up and get ready, because the next update's gonna spark some serious chatter. You can't erase what happened in the last two cup finals. That sting's still fresh. And now, the offseason's lighting up early with big-time decisions on the table. What's at stake now goes way beyond what happened on the ice. With the salary cap tighter than ever, Edmonton's got to pull off some cap wizardry to keep two key pillars, Leon Draisaitl and our captain, Connor McDavid. And yeah, you guessed it, some cuts are coming. Evander Kane's already out, shipped to the Canucks in a move that stings, but had to be done to ease the cap pressure. And he might not be the last big name saying goodbye to the blue and orange this summer. Pierre LeBrun from The Athletic just dropped a bomb. The Oilers are working behind closed doors to move Victor Arvidsson and shed the final $4 million of his 2025 cap hit. Here's where it gets tricky. Arvidsson's got a full no-move clause, so he's only leaving if he agrees to it. But according to LeBron, he's already talked with the front office and might be open to a fresh start elsewhere. So why would the Oilers make this move? Arvidsson showed flashes in the playoffs with 7 points in 15 games. But his regular season, one of his worst, just 27 points in 67 games. Expectations were high, and the return didn't match the bill. If the deal falls through, it could be costly, even though McDavid can't re-sign until 2026. Keeping Arvidsson would handcuff the team's ability to build out the depth chart. And if this team wants another shot at the final, depth is a must. Management's already talking to interested teams. LeBron says we could see a resolution in the next couple of weeks. But since Arvidsson holds the final say, fans are stuck watching and waiting with fingers crossed. So now, I gotta ask you straight up, Oilers fans, do you agree with moving on from Arvidsson? Or do you think he still has something to give this squad? Sound off in the comments. Share this video with your Oilers crew. And of course, subscribe so you don't miss a single update straight from the heart of oil country.